we had clips for, well, that was the end of the clips, but Marvin also appeared in Fatherhood, Born to be Wild, as well as 6 other films. But now we're going to see Proof, the little student film, the 24-minute short that inspired Fandango. And Marvin, do you want to give us any kind of a setup, as in how did you get cast in Proof, or should we warn them about anything about this film?
I'll give you the real brief how I got in it, and just give you one thing I want you to look for during it. That wasn't me. The Screen Actors Guild has a program with the American Film Institute called the SAG-AFI Conservatory. And what it does is it gives SAG actors who are interested a chance to leave pictures and resumes up at the American Film Institute, and they're available to any student directors at any of the schools in the area that make films. And Kevin Reynolds was at USC at the time, and he and Mark Ilsley and Ricardo Mendez Mata and Philip and Jay Wilkinson and a few other people were part of a group that was going to do Kevin's script of Proof. And so I was called in and auditioned a couple, 3 times and got the part. And it was very successful and played a lot of festivals and stuff, and Steven Spielberg saw it and had a meeting with Kevin and said, here's some money, write a script, and they did. And Steven Spielberg said to Warner Brothers, I think this might be this movie. And as anybody in Hollywood said, it's a good idea, Steven. Good idea. We'd love to do that. And then the process went on, and I had a lunch with Kevin one day, and he said, they want somebody else to do Truman. And I went, oh. And he said, well, don't worry about it. And I went, oh, okay, like I wasn't going to worry about it. And I went home and hit the lower depths. And somehow or another, because Kevin stood up for me when he had no particular reason to, which I will always appreciate, and because I believe Steven Spielberg went, instead of, I got to do Fandango, and I had a career. So anyway, what I want you to look for is the shot where the parachute opens and the laundry goes out, because it's exactly what it's supposed to be. And they tried 3 different times in Fandango to get it, and they got what you saw. But there was talk, as I was told, that they considered very seriously taking this shot from Proof, which was shot on 16 millimeter, and blowing it up to 35 and using it in Fandango just because it really works. But it's also, it's a lot of fun. And I apologize ahead of time for the mustache.
Richard, would you like to come down and change the masking? Ladies and gentlemen, the man who makes it all happen, our projectionist, Richard Henshaw, is now going to make, I love this, at home they always say the picture has been altered to fit the screen. He's going to alter the screen to fit the picture. So
I'll tell you real quickly the mustache story. I wanted to have a mustache in it, so I went along Hollywood Boulevard to these shops that have wigs and mustaches and stuff, and they're all awful. But I got one, and we were shooting it, and one day, and I insisted that I be in control of it, I not leave it with anybody. And I went over to visit a friend of mine, and quite literally, her dog ate the mustache. And I won't tell you which scene in here, because I don't want, but there's a scene in here where I'm doing like this and some other things, because I didn't have a mustache, and I tried to take hair from the wig that I'm wearing and put it on, and it didn't really work. And then that weekend I was able to go back and get 2 other ones that were close enough to finish out the film. But that's what I meant when I said I apologize for the mustache.
thank you for coming. Hope you enjoy Proof.